Yo, what is going on, chat? I am back with another video. Let me delete this. Back with another video. This video is a weekly trade recap. I'm just going to be going over the price action each and every day. Go over my trades. Go over what trades were good, what trades were bad, just all that good stuff. And yeah, I also am gonna switch my webcam position to top right because I've been seeing a lot of traders in particular doing this. So I think that's why my views are down because my face cam was in the bottom right. So yeah, this should help. No, I'm playing, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's better. It just gets in the way not as often as when it's in the bottom right. So yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot to flow on top. Okay, bet now we're good. So as you see, we're looking at the Bitcoin chart. I actually was trading Bitcoin this week, and I'm playing. I was just looking at it because I want to see us hit this. What the heck? I want to see us hit this weekly low. I guess I'm on the wrong Bitcoin chart. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the right Bitcoin chart real quick. Futures, bro. Where's the right Bitcoin chart? Okay, sorry you guys didn't sign up for this, but there's a weekly low at like 98K or something that I want to see get hit, then I'd invest there. So that's why I was looking at this. But yeah, enough of the blabbering. Let me go to the NASDAQ, boys. NQ, boom. NQ1. Is NQ1 the same? Yeah, I think it's the same. Damn, we got a very bullish reaction. Wait, this 4-hour inverse looks very promising. I mean, we should at least go to like this gap. Well, at least these highs, probably this gap. This 4-hour inverse low key is very clean. Is it NQM? What is it? I always forget which one it is. NQU, I think. NQU 2025. Is this it? Chaz. Okay, this is not it. I'm just going to NQ1, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. Okay, so I'm gonna just stay here. Enough of the blabbering. Let me go to Monday. So Monday, I think, was the only day where there wasn't really any possible trades. But every other day, there was like at least one potential trade. I'm pretty sure. So Monday, I would just stay on the 1 minute, unless like price action looks good. Then I could lower time frame. Wait, this does even look bad actually. So every day there's low key a possible trade. So Monday. Okay, yeah. So Monday, if we hit this high, I would have taken a short, but we missed the high by a couple ticks. And then we got a nice short here. Nice short here targeting, what is it? Just like London. Is this even London? Just these lows down here. Yeah, the short wouldn't look nice. I probably would have even taken this short if it like looked like this. If we swept this data high and the high time frame high to the left, but we did not do that. We just barely missed it, so I was still not willing to short unless we hit that high, just like my rules, I guess. So yeah, I think there was a 5 minute. I know I won. I know I won on eval this day. Okay, I'm gonna try not to switch time frames because it takes so long to go back. Okay, yeah, this 5 minute was very good. I could have taken this 5 minute because this confirms this displacement after sweeping this high and edging this hourly high to the left confirms that we just like don't really care about this high to the left. So this trade wouldn't have been bad. This is definitely the best trade. Huge displacement candle making an order block to the downside, inversing both these 5 minute gaps. It's very good displacement. So yeah, this is definitely the best trade. I did take this on eval, just not on my fundeds because it just, I don't know. I just think there's cleaner subs. So yeah, it would have been a break even trade for me anyway. I would have moved break even probably at this low, and then it went up, tapped it. So yeah, but this is definitely the best trade. And then, yeah, I don't think we really did anything for the rest of the session. Let me check. Okay, I'm just going to stay on the 1 minute for the rest of the time, low key. Okay, so boom. This long was almost a good long. We swept all these lows and then like reacted off a 15-minute gap or something. This long wasn't that bad, but I would have liked to see. The only way I would have taken this is if there was like an unfilled 15-minute gap up here, or if there was like cleaner trendline liquidity. Like this is nice generated buy side, but like I would have liked to see just cleaner trendline liquidity there. And then this failed. I know a lot of people took this. And then this trade. Also the displacement. Like displacement here is nothing, but look at this displacement after we resweep this low. Like this was also a decent trade. Doesn't even look like it hit any take profit though. Then after that we just went down. And yeah, that's about it. So Monday, that 5-minute short was definitely the play of the day. So yeah, if I was dodgy, I would screenshot that and post that in hindsight. But yeah, let me go to Tuesday. Why am I like so close? I feel like when it's in the face games in the bottom right, it don't look as close. I don't know, bro. Okay, so Tuesday, or should I say Tuesday? Okay, so right here. Okay, yeah, Tuesday was a day I'm a little upset that I didn't catch a trade. Let me actually pull out bar replay for Tuesday because Tuesday was very good. Tuesday at 9 a.m. Okay, so Tuesday, we're in this new week opening gap, which I pretty much just treat it like a normal hourly fair value gap. So we're technically in an hourly fair value gap here. ES also filled it, so I'm not itching for this to get filled right now. So coming into market open, what I wanted to see was us resweep this low and then get a long targeting unfilled hourly, unfilled 4 hour, and we have very nice generated buy side. As you can see, we have equal highs with London highs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, equal highs. And we have just tons of generated equal highs right here as well. So the buy side was very clean and it went along with the context. So this is perfect. I would have dang near full boarded if we went down, swept this low and got along. But let's see what happened. Boom, 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 boom. Is it market open? Okay, I gotta fast forward a little. Generated some more buy side here. Boom, really nice death candle to the downside. Okay, so here. Okay, so after this bullish momentum candle up, I'm convinced that we're just gonna not even bother reshipping this low because we are getting very big displacement candles out of this 15-minute fair value gap, 15-minute BPR as well. Just look at all these candles. We reswept these lows and then got very bullish momentum up, reacting off this 15-minute gap. If this 15-minute gap wasn't there or we inversed it, I would have definitely expected us to go to the low. But since this 15-minute gap is holding us up, since we're reacting bullishly off it, I decided that I don't even need to see a resweep of this low. I'd be willing to take a long here. So I was going to take this 1 minute inverse. Once we inverse this top 1 minute candle, I was going to take a long. So I was going to take a long like this, target the generated equal highs and London highs. So this was going to be what my trade looked like. But as you can see, we pumped past my entry. So we pumped. This would have been my break-even point. So I'm not going to take a trade. If you know how to trade IVDs, you know, like, you don't take a trade if you, like, hit the swing high that you're right next to. So unfortunately, there's no entry, or else I would have full boarded that long. And this is why entering off displacement, I'm noticing, is very like OP, I guess. That sounds kind of corny, but entering off displacement is very just like, I don't know, smart. I don't know. But like just entering off this displacement candle after making an order block to the upside after inversing this gap, just this would have been a good entry. Instead of just like pattern trading and inverse, I guess. I don't know. But it's not even really pattern trading, it's just waiting for an entry. But yeah, that's why entering off displacement is very nice. Just very unfortunate we cannot get an entry here. But although there wasn't an entry there was a second entry. Boom. Boom. Okay. So here's another case scenario where enter off displacement is just overpowered. Like displace a candle to the draw on liquidity. This would have been the entry. But there's also an inverse. This is what I'm a little tight about. Let me go to Top Step so you can see the 30-second. Okay. So Tuesday. What day was Tuesday? Why does it not say like Tuesday? Tuesday was 3 days, so like the 5th probably. 9:30. Yeah, right here. No, not right here. That's the 4th. Okay, yeah. So here we have obvious buy side liquidity, equal highs with London highs. We have generated highs right here. So this is why I'm so bullish. We're reacting off that hourly gap on the high time frame. We have an unfilled 4-hour, London highs generated buy side above, and we're getting displacement towards it. So I was pretty much looking for any inverse to long. We went down, tapped the CISD, tapped all these gaps. Like I know it's like a 3-minute gap, 1-minute gap, whatever. And then boom, we got displacement candle out inversing this 30-second. Now, I am not lying when I tell you, if this 30-second gap was any bigger, I think it's 0.15 points there. If this 30-second gap was any bigger, I would have entered here. And realistically, I should have, since it was still a 30-second gap. And there's just no reason a pattern trade like a clean 30-second gap. Like just because it's not a clean 30-second gap doesn't mean we're not going to go to the draw. But like if we get displacement out of this fair value gap, targeting the obvious strong liquidity, it's still going to work. It's not going to fail just because the gap is half a tick smaller than I would like it. So this is the main trade I should have taken today, because technically there's no entries down here. Actually, I guess there was this 30-second long, but it looks like I would have got break even on it anyway. So this would have been the re-entry. 30-second inverse with displacement, targeting the obvious draw. I think I saw everyone and their sister took this on like Instagram and TikTok or whatever. But yeah, I try my best not to look at like what other traders take, because it sometimes does affect me and I get like extreme FOMO. Today was one of those days when I just checked to look. But yeah, definitely the trade I should have taken today. I need to take advantage because there's not many days in a week where the draw on liquidity is this obvious, where the price action is this obvious, and I feel like I just need to take better advantage of days like this. So I should have entered. I should have, could have, would have. It wasn't like, I'm not really mad I missed out on it, because like if this failed with this tiny 30-second, I would have been upset. But yeah, I think in the future I just need to learn to not care about, I don't know, like if everything's there, if the draw on liquidity is there, if the displacement's there, if the price action's there, I shouldn't worry about the gap being half a tick too small. So yeah, this was definitely the best trade on Tuesday. So yeah, as you can see, it went straight to TP right after. And then I was looking for a mech short. Oh yeah, I remember. I was like itching for another trade because I missed out on that trade. So I was looking for a short. I wasn't gonna like force anything obviously, but I was looking for a mech short up here. I noticed we made equal lows, so if we swept this high, tapped like a 15-minute gap up here, got a short, I would have been in, but we just went down. I know like Patty and Blake took this. I know Patty like took this 1 minute inverse. Patty and Blake took this 1 minute inverse and lost on it because they like had this stop or something. But then Patty re-entered and won. But none of this was clean. Although I was itching for a trade, I did not force anything in this because I noticed that this price action is not anything I want to be in. So yeah, that's Tuesday. Let me drink a cup of coffee real quick. Yeah, it's cold. Jeez. Okay. Now we're on Wednesday. Jeez, dude, how old am I talking about Wednesday? We're going to Wednesday. Where's Wednesday at? Chat. Can someone let me know where Wednesday is? I bet Wednesday was also a very, 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 very textbook day. So let me bar replay it because it was a very, 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 very textbook day. So boom. First things first. We go to the what the hell? We go on the hourly time frame. I noticed that we just opened up a nice hourly gap. We have an hourly inverse to the upside. See, at first, I didn't really know what my bias was because we were in this new day opening gap. We low-key inversed it, but like this leg up could have just been to fill this new day opening gap, then we could have went down. Like I didn't really have any clue what my bias was at first. But then ES gave me a clearer picture of the bias. Let me pull up ES real quick. Because ES, oh damn, wait, that's sick. ES pulls up at the same place at bar replay at NQ. Because ES looks way cleaner. Like ES, you could clearly see we inverse these gaps to the upside, making an order block here. So 100% looks so bullish on ES, which meant I was looking bullish on NQ as well. So ES gave me a better bias. Although NQ does look pretty similar, like we inverse these gaps, but I just didn't know how to feel with this new day opening gap, you know what I mean? So yeah. So pretty much what I want to see is us, boom, come down, tap this hourly gap, then boom, get out long. Because what I was also noticing was, what time is it? 9. Let me fast forward a little. What I was noticing here is this 9:30. Oh yeah, it is. So what I noticed is we are generating so much juicy buy side. We had equal highs here. We had low resistance liquidity here. Just very juicy buy side. And when I see this juicy buy side, I want to take a trade to it. So boom, we swept this low, tapped the hourly gap, exactly what I wanted to see. So now it's literally just look for an inverse and then press the long button. Okay, boom, we're still in the hourly gap. Boom. Displacement. This one talked about displacement. Displacement mixed with an inverse. I mean, it doesn't even need to be mixed with an inverse, but inverses are just my entries. So for me, it does. But displacement is OP, and we got juicy displacement out of the hourly gap. Displacement out of the high time frame key level is OP. It just confirms. Your draw, your bias is right, pretty much. So I entered off this displacement. Oh no, that's not what I entered off of. There's a 30-second inverse. There's also a small 1 minute, but the 30-second was more obvious. So it was like this. So I entered off the 30-second inverse. Entry was here. My stop loss was like here. Take profit was the top of this low resistance liquidity. So boom, this was the trade idea. And then let's see what happened. So boom, we swept this high here, and then we added low resistance liquidity, and wait, I'm trying to think, was my entry, let me check where the 30-second closed, because wherever the 30-second closed was my entry. Sorry, chat, I low-key forget. Okay, it's right here. Okay, yeah, so the 30-second did close relatively low. Okay. So yeah, my entry was relatively low. If my entry was up here, I would not have moved break even. Because we still have the low resistance liquidity. We still have it. So we didn't really sweep any significant liquidity points. Patty from PB explained this really well in a story, because people got break even because they moved break even here, got break even, then it ran. But like here at this high, there's no significant reason for price to reverse. Like I'm expecting it to reverse after we run off the LRLR, but like price reversing after this cute little high just doesn't really make sense. I did personally move break even just because for the fact that if we went down and hit my break even, I knew that there was going to be an inverse to the upside. Well, I didn't like know for a fact, but like at least on like the 15-second time frame, there would be some sort of inverse to the upside, that I could re-enter off of. So that's why I was felt fine with my break even. But if I entered here, I would not move break even because I could have easily got stopped out and then ran without another re-entry. So yeah, I thought like it was a win-win situation if I get break even. If I get break even and it loses, then I save myself for a loss. If I get break even, then there's going to be a re-entry. So that's what I did. I moved break even. Boom, got break even. Sorry, I thought I heard my door open. And then boom, we failed to inverse here. Then boom, look at this displacement. Displacement. Dude, displacement is the most overpowered confluence in trading, dude. With the draw on liquidity, with the right draw on liquidity, it is like we got displacement to the downside, I guess, but like it's targeting air. You need the right draw on liquidity. So boom, I was planning on just taking like a mid 15-second entry, but we full on got a arguably even better entry than we did here. We tapped the CISD, then reacted perfectly, targeting, and we added more trendline liquidity. So this is just even better. So re-entry was here. Stop loss was low key here. Take profit here, and then boom, boom, winning trade. I even like scaled in a little after this because I was low key in for pennies. So yeah, I scaled in a little off this momentum candle. Then yeah. So it made like 1.3R or something like that. Nothing crazy. I mean, that's low key pretty high RR for me. But yeah, this is actually my only winning trade all week. Very textbook. Aligned with bias, obvious strong liquidity. Just everything was there. Hourly inverse upside. Yeah, I'm low key. The only thing I low key should have done is risk more on this trade. I can't even lie. I low key risked light, but that's fine. At least I got the re-entry. So let me go over to the next day, which is Thursday. I forget what Thursday looks like off the top of my skull. Yeah, I guess Dodgy caught this move, by the way, if you guys were wondering. Dodgy caught this whole move, if you were wondering. He posted on Twitter, so clearly he caught it. But yeah, so boom. I'm not gonna get a bar replay here. Oh, I do remember Thursday. Okay, so Thursday. Am I tripping? Okay, yeah. So Thursday, it was a very obvious bearish draw. These lows here, and we had displacement to the downside with an S&T at these highs, and then we reacted off this hourly gap here with huge displacement to the downside. So obvious bearish day. The drawn liquidities were this low right here and these lows down here. And then 9:30. What I wanted to see was us come up at 9:30, tap a 15-minute gap, leave these equal lows, because these equal lows were so nice. and then get a short from up here, but we sort of just went down and ran these equal lows. Oh yeah, I did take a trade. I forgot. So I actually did take a trade. So let me go over real quick. So boom, as you can see, we have triple equal lows and equal lows right here. We have like London lows or Asia lows or something right here. Then we have an hourly and 4 hour gap right here. We swept all of this, completely swept all of it. We opened up an unfilled 15-minute gap and unfilled 5-minute maybe. Small unfilled 5 minutes somewhere. Is this it? No. Okay, I guess there's just unfilled 15. And we also reacted perfectly off a 5-minute, and then boom, we got a very clean 2-minute inverse. Look at this displacement. Once again, displacement is key. Boom. So this is my entry. My take profit was up here because this was the main 15-minute gap. So pretty much my thought process here is I'm still bearish high time frame. I'm still like expecting us to go down, but this whole leg we pretty much just dumped. We don't really have any retraces or anything. So what I want to see is us rebalance this leg and then get a short, which I thought was a pretty solid idea. And then boom, after we swept all these lows, we got a very obvious looking 2-minute and then inversed in one candle. So that was my entry. And then let me go down to the 1-minute time frame now. Then after we swept both these highs, I moved break even because I thought that if this went back to my break even, it would have just been a break even trade. I would have liked to see us accelerate past these highs, but we didn't. We reacted perfectly off them and then ended up continuing lower. So yeah, this was my other trade. It was a break even trade. Once again, break even saved me from, where is that once again? Did it once again save me from a loss? No, I don't think so. But this one did save me from a loss. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Break even there. And then the only trade another trade that I think I definitely could have taken was this trade. I don't feel like switching all these time frames, but I'll go to 3 minutes since that's where the entry was. So very textbook. If you go back in my YouTube videos, I literally made a video going over my continuation model, and this is textbook my continuation model. We made equal lows with this hourly low. This is the most important part of this trade, because if we like swept this low, or like if the low over here was like higher, this trade would not. Jeez, man, I need to work on my stuttering, but this trade would not have been nearly as good if these weren't pretty much equal lows. But that's what makes it so good, the draw liquidity. And then we leave equal lows, we rebalance. There's a 15-minute gap up here we tap into, and then react off it. Very clean 3-minute inverse. What do you see here? What do you see off this candle? Displacement. Inverse 3-minute with very nice displacement, and then targeting the equal lows. I mean, yeah, the risk reward. Jeez, man, risk reward was low key negative, but I mean, it wasn't even that bad. Stop would just be here. Stop would be at the swing high. Just hold for 1 hour, but sometimes it low key sweeps the low and goes back up. But you just gotta pray you get lucky, I guess. But definitely, this is definitely worth a take. I think if I didn't already trade, I would have been more down to take this. Yeah, man, very textbook trade. So yeah, a little annoying that I did not get to win on this, but what can you do? So yeah, the reason why I didn't really take this is because on my trades recently, at least, I like to see some sort of generated liquidity to target. Like the only like generated liquidity was just like these relative equal lows, so it's not even like, I guess it is generated liquidity, but I like to see like more liquidity, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's why I stayed out of this. It's better be safe than sorry. Better be safe than sorry, I guess. So yeah, that was Thursday. Definitely another possible winning day. This is actually one of the best weeks I've ever seen in trading. So kind of annoying. I'm not up that much, but once again, I need to be grateful I'm up at all because I could easily be down. So Friday, oh yeah, I took another break even trade Friday. So we are inside of an hour gap, got a very clean inverse. Once again, what do you see with this 3 minute inverse, dude? It's actually crazy. Boom, we inverse both these 3 minutes in one candle, one momentum candle. And then I was targeting equal highs, unfilled 15-minute in a data high. Drawing liquidity there, displacement with inverses there, and reacting off high time frame there, high time frame gap, high time frame sweep is there. So textbook trade. Did end up getting break even. This is a trade that I'm happy I moved break even. Reason is because ES swept this high, so we had a bearish SMT. ES also swept this high, so we had a bearish SMT here and here. And since I was low-key still bearish on the high time frame, I was expecting this SMT to play out. If we're still bearish, but if we were bullish, I was low-key expecting us to run this high. So that's why I moved break even, and break even actually did save me from the loss, so that's dope. I could easily be down this week, so I should be grateful I'm up. So yeah, 3 minute inverse, very textbook displacement, inverse, everything. I did actually go for like a scalp / winning day trade. I took this 3 minute short. I literally risked like $150. I risked like nothing, just because I just wanted to go for like a winning day scalp thing. What the hell? We had this obvious drawn liquidity right here. And then yeah, we had SMT with these highs just displacing to the downside. 3 minute inverse down. So I took this just for a winning day. I don't recommend doing this really. But yeah, I thought it was worth it. So I risked 150. I risked what I was comfortable. I literally risked pennies. Risked 150 to make like I made like 270 or something. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, that was my last trade this week. I wouldn't even really count this as a trade. But since I didn't like actually like risk heavy and like think it was like A plus plus. But yeah, so ended the week. If I count this as a win, it's 2 wins, 2 break evens, or if I don't count that, 1 win, 2 break-evens. So 3 trades. That's like the first week I've taken 3 trades in a while. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully November stays like this. As that price action was actually lovely this week. So yeah. Pretty sure it's a bank holiday Tuesday, so that kind of sucks. So that probably makes Monday either really good or really bad. I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah, that's the week. So I'm up about. What am I up? I made about 1.3 R. Then I made that, so I'm up like 1.6 R maybe, around there, which is pretty solid. Just taking my profits. I make sure on Fridays I am very cautious. I'm very cautious on Fridays. Fridays are by far my biggest losing days. And yeah, especially if I'm already up, like I used to always give back my profits on Fridays. So I highly recommend if you're already up, either just like decrease size or just don't even trade Fridays. That's what helped me so much in the summer. Whenever I got a payout, I literally just like wouldn't even look at Fridays. So yeah. Anything else to go over? Is there anything else to go over, chat? Man, I think that's about it. Hopefully next week is as good as this week. And yeah, man, just stay patient. Um, Stay patient. Wait for A+ trades. Again, man, that's all the advice I could really give. Feel free to join my free Discord. The Discord link is in my YouTube bio. Just update it so it is actually gonna work this time. And yeah, let's see if me placing my face cam in the top right is gonna make this video go viral or not. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you made it till the end, actually comment Discord. Yeah, I don't know, just comment Discord. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace out.